Right then, hello, good evening, and welcome wherever and whoever you are, or wherever you are and whoever you aren't. Yes, that possibly makes sense somewhere along the line. Hello there, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. My name is Paul. I do the daily teaser. You've possibly seen those float past on Twitter or Instagram or YouTube. I also talk about and write about TV shows I've watched and films I've watched. Films I'm tending towards getting ones that are more shorter, because the older I get, the shorter I like movies, which is possibly a whole other story. But at any rate, I watch TV shows and I tend to like to talk about them when I do. And last night and last Tuesday, I saw the first episode last week of series 1 of Watchmen. Was very impressed and saw episode 2 last night. It's now Wednesday night. I saw it on Tuesday night. And to be honest with you, I've done this post and the video today because for various reasons, I had a bloody long day yesterday. At any rate, I've seen episode 2 of Watchmen, called Feats of Comanche Horsemanship, and I wanted to tell you about it. It is quite something. It's very powerful. Let's try and summarise, shall we? Episode 2, Martial Feats of Comanche Horsemanship, opens with a scene during World War II, showing us an unnamed Nazi commandant dictating a propaganda leaflet to his secretary, and then shows us those leaflets being dropped over a detachment of African American troops heading back to camp. It also shows us a little boy, and we find out who he is later, reading one of the pamphlets in his front room. Back in the now, Angela, Sister Knight, played by Regina King, is in deep shock, having found the lynched body of her boss and a friend, Judd, played by Don Johnson. She also finds a wheelchair-bound, mysterious old man called Will, played by Louis Gossett Jr., who claims to be the man who hanged Judd, and that Judd has got skeletons in his closet. Angela, before she can do anything too drastic about this, about Will, she has to take part in a raid on a local white supremacist base. She's understandably tired, she's understandably emotional, she's understandably confused, and after the raid, collapses whilst at Judd's wake, and finding in the meantime that there really is something unpleasant that she really doesn't like in Judd's closet. In her shoes, I think I'd be a little betrayed. I'll apologise for this post's delay. Like I say, I usually write these things fairly late at night, on the night I watch the show. But I have to confess, yesterday I was actually awoken at 4 in the bloody morning by a drunk sleeping on my doorstep. So it's a long story, but it's not. It left me wanting to watch the show, but also get an early night, understandably, I think. So that's what this resulting video and the accompanying post is. It's me having my cake and wanting to eat it. So that's possibly leaving you asking what I made of Martial Feats of Comanche Horsemanship. It's another killer episode. For starters, it's inching the plot slowly forward. We're seeing the Jeremy Irons character is reenacting bits of history and seems to have access to a lot of cloned servants. Cloned servants that like play acting and like dressing up as Dr. Manhattan and seem to be fairly blasé about potentially getting incinerated alive. So we're not totally seeing where things are going yet. It's only episode 2, so we're seeing that. We're getting hints that the Irons character is not particularly pleasant. We're getting hints that Judd is not what we think he could be. We're getting hints that his relationship with Angela, her relationship with him, her relationship with others, events of the White Knight riots, a bit of the show's backstory seem to be key. The characters are superbly drawn. We've got some great actors doing some quite heavyweight stuff here. Angela, Regina King as Angela, is showing us a character who's sympathetic, who's complex, who's evolving from and to different points. She's giving us a good deal of arc and showing us arc. Not telling, showing. Always important that. Will, the Louis Gossett Jr. character, is suitably mysterious. The main cast are great. The supporting cast are fantastic. There's an actor called Tim Blake Nelson who's playing a character called Looking Glass with a shiny face mask. Suitably cynical and droll. Angela's husband, Cal, played by Yahya Abdul Mateen II, and I hope I've got that right. I really do. I'll apologise now if I hasn't. They're highlights, they really are. Then there's the world building. With just these two first episodes, we're looking at some interestingly superb world building. The US flag is different. The usual star-spangled square in the upper left-hand corner of the US flag is now a star-spangled blue central circle. Same number of stars, same 50 stars, but it's in a circle rather than a square. The USA is led by President Redford. I wonder who that is. We're getting hints that Hooded Justice, who in the original novel, the original graphic novel, was the original costume vigilante. He's other than he seems. The technology seems different. This Watchmen series seems to have very little in the way of computers. Just me to notice that. Frankly, this is a series that's picking up on an already established world. And it's picking up in a way and expanding it in a way that is quite good to watch. It's fantastic stuff. Frankly, I'm going to be back next Tuesday. I'm going to be watching another episode next Tuesday, and I'd like you to join me. Please feel free. Please leave a comment. See you next Tuesday.